Okay, good morning, class. For today, you will be having your plate number 8, which is a 2-point perspective. So, please note that in a perspective drawing, there is no such thing as a fixed or uh, only there's what I'm trying to say is no limit in perspective in how you present a certain object or a view. So, there are different types of presentation in terms of perspective. So I provided you an instruction, which is I'm going to uh, explain to you one by one. So as you can see on the screen, I've provided you a step-by-step or instruction for you to follow. So and also I explained here what are the types of perspective drawing or and the parts of doing the perspective itself. So let me jump to my instruction uh, number 3. Okay, so because 1 and 2 is very common, we already did this in your previous plates. So number 3, position the drawings according to the references indicated. So uh, based on your reference, okay, which is this one, so uh, I have indicated certain distances or uh, measurements for you to follow. Okay, where are those points? Okay, so again, as like your previous plates, do not include the dimensions here, and in fact, you will not be indicating any dimensions in your output with this one. Okay, so for the three views, which in your orthographic drawing, the top view is always positioned on top of your front view. This time you'll use your top view as your plan to project your perspective. So you have to position it here. And in my instruction, I already indicated the top view on how you position it. So let me go to instruction number 4. Using the same object shape of your plate number 4. So that's you have to draw your top view as indicated, but this time put it an angle shown, which is 60 by 30 degrees. I am referring to this one. As you can see, okay, the positioning of your top view now is slanting, so which you will use your angle here 60 and on the left side 30. So that's how you position your top view. All right, and then the front view and the right side view you position it here. This is actually only your guide to get the height of your perspective projection. So you can use ink for this, but the dimension actually it's not really an important. So you can skip the dimension, do not include it, only the shape of your object. Alright, so even your plan or top view, you don't need to indicate the dimension. Our focus now is to form your perspective or to construct your perspective. Okay, so let me go back to that instruction. Okay, uh, for the top view, 30 by 60 degrees, and then draw the point of front view. So I already explained this. Then we'll go to the perspective. So there are different types of perspective that you need to consider: picture plane, station point, ground line, vanishing points, left and right, and horizon line. So what are those? I explained here one by one. So the picture plane is where your object rests or set. So let me show that. Where is that? So picture plane, just remember that your picture plane is this one. Okay, so when it comes to your top view, that is where your object touches. So this picture plane is not, remember, it's not always at the corner. You can either put your picture plane here, because your picture plane will be your basis to measure or to project a certain measurement of your plan. So as you can see here, there are projection lines where when it touches to your picture plane, I indicated that there are lines projecting downward. So which, as you can see, one example, the corner of your object is here, but why is it that when it goes to your perspective, it becomes, I mean, the position is already here? It's because of your projection. So using your picture plane, and I will explain later, you have your station point here. There is a line projection towards that corner. So when it touches your picture plane, you have to drop down a line projecting downward, and that's how you locate the corner of your object. Okay, so uh, let me go back to this instruction. So that's your picture plane. Station point is the location of the viewer, or distance of the viewer from the object. So where is that station point? This is your object. Imagine that you are on above, because this is a plan or top view. So basically, you are measuring the distance from your picture plane to where you stand. So it's like you are here, uh, with a certain distance to your object, which is I indicated here on the side. So your distance, I mean the viewpoint of by viewing your object, you have to consider this distance. So the outcome of your object is depending on the distance of your station point or your view point. So the nearer your station point to your object, the bigger your object is. The farther your station point from your object, the smaller your output. Okay, that's the theory of putting your station point. So depending on the location of your station point, if you want to enlarge your object, then put your station point near to your plan or top view. Okay, so let us go to the ground line. So obviously ground line is similar to picture plane, but the difference is that the ground line is viewed on the sides. Station point, actually it's like you are standing on the ground, like you're if your object, if you will look on the sideways, this is your object, you are standing here, then you are looking towards this direction. So ground line should be the portion where your uh, object is resting or set. So the same thing with your picture plane. I also mentioned that it's the object is resting on that, but picture plane is used on the plan, while ground line is applicable in your elevation or side view. Okay, that's your ground line. Vanishing point, you have to establish left and right. So that is the portion wherein all your lines, direction of your lines will go to that points. Unlike your isometric drawing, you are using uh, two separate angles, like one, if you are using 30 degrees to the left direction and 30 degrees also to the right. So let me show you your previous plate number 4. Okay, this is the output of isometric viewing. So parallel line projection using 30 degrees to the left and using 30 degrees to the right, while your perspective is all the lines now, which is your horizontal lines in your side view and front view here. It will now goes to a certain point, which is called vanishing point. So all the lines now projects to that point. So no more parallel lines here. So become tapered. And then your line here going to the right, which is in your isometric view, it's just 30 degrees, now goes to this certain point. Okay, so that is how you locate your vanishing points. And then um, the horizon line is the level of your eye. So here I have an illustration on how you view your object to a certain type of horizon line. So here, this example is if your eye level is higher than your object. So this is called actually an aerial view. Okay, or sometimes we called it bird's eye view, because obviously birds are always above. Okay, and then the other view, your horizon line is somewhere in the middle of your object's height. So this is called man's eye view. So certain uh, height wherein the level of the human eye is falls on this height. So in this view, all you can see only is the two parts of your object. So which is, I colored it in blue. This is representing the front view, while the orange is representing the right side view. So as you can see, if you compare the normal view or man's eye view to the bird's eye view, here you can see the top portion of your object. So which is, this is viewed three-dimensionally, while this one you view only two dimensions, your front and your right side. Okay, and the other one is worm's eye view, wherein you can view your object from below, or the bottom part of your object you can see inverted to this bird's eye view, wherein you can see the top view here, while here you can see the bottom. So that is the three types of putting your horizon line. So aerial or bird's eye view, and then normal view or man's eye view, and then worm's eye view. Okay, so I think that's all. That the things that you need to remember or consider when you are drawing your perspective. So just follow my instructions carefully, uh, and then you base uh, your drawing on this reference drawing that I prepared for you. So technically, because I have given all the distances from here, or the bottom here, distances where you locate this drawing, so obviously your output will be all the same. So but take note, I in the beginning I mentioned that there is no such thing as fixed in perspective drawing. So meaning, if I will not give you any reference distances or measurements, you can your output will be all different. Okay, you will not make an output exactly like this. Okay, meaning, if you will locate, for example, your top view somewhere here, So your output will not be the same. So your output probably will be somewhere here. So this one, I arrange it accordingly so that it will fit in your drawing paper. So as a practice and just to learn the basic of perspective drawing, just follow my instruction accordingly so that you will not face any problem at all in putting your drawings in your drawing paper. Okay, so I think that's all for now. If you have any clarifications, just send me a message. As we will not be meeting today, uh, you just base my instruction on this, because if we will meet, then the same thing that I will be telling you about this uh, plate. Okay, so my video will end here, and as I said, just send me a message if you have any concern regarding this one. So your instructions will be uploaded in Canvas. Just read carefully so that you will not create any mistake, or you will not deviate from my instruction. You will not do anything different from what I am expected you to do. Okay, thank you.